welcome to MGP628. I'm Kevin. With me as ever, there's Sheepdog, Anna, and Pab. Say hello, boys and girls.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
Look, everybody's here.
Yay.
How exciting. When was the last time everybody was here?
Oh,
Probably been years, I imagine.
We're always here in spirit.
Are we? I would like it on record. When I'm not here in spirit either.
We usually replace you with like a little mascot.
A muscular mascot.
It's usually just whatever tat we've got lying around, if I'm honest.
That doesn't sound very nice. I'm just gonna sit here being offended by that now. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm offended. I'm actually quite busy playing the latest Football Manager update that has literally just come out. So I'm currently giving myself a little tour of that so I can give you a detailed review on it a little later in the episode. Because I'm that kind of guy. A helpful guy, some might say.
So
yeah. They've only gone and brought the spacebar back. Who'd have thought?
So now your messages that you type to the players aren't just gibberish, like one long word.
Exactly. Yeah, talk amongst yourselves. I need 5 minutes on this to work out what's going on. Someone tell me a story. Make up a story of something ridiculous that's happened to you, like you always used to. Any of you can do that. Make up a story.
I've been trying to fight a. Did I tell you I got two driving tickets, not parking tickets, driving tickets.
Driving tickets.
Driving.
What, like speeding?
No, for driving
Being
around
a naughty
London.
boy.
One was for driving in a goddamn bus lane. I didn't even know there was a bus lane. I was trying to park my car.
Did you not notice all the buses in it?
And that's the thing. There weren't any buses in it, and I was trying to park my car outside of a shop because I needed to pick up an Airbnb key from a key nest, which I've never heard of before. But it's a cool idea, I guess. You go and pick up the key from some shopkeeper.
It's not that cool if you can't park outside of it.
Well, exactly. So I wrote a thing to the councils that were telling me off, saying, "Oh, I was trying to park, and you can't park on the side of the road without entering the lane that is that side of the road." And they wrote back saying, "While you are allowed to drive across it to park in it, you're not allowed to drive on it." And I just replied, like, how does that work then? What? Like, I said, there's no rule on how long I'm supposed to be in it for before I park. Like,
sounds like there definitely is, and you broke it.
I mean, in their defense, but I'm hoping they're not listening. When I looked up on them, because they've put me down as the offence taking place near some street or another, and when I look at how far away that is from where I eventually parked, it's like 1.8 miles. So I was looking for a parking space for that long. But I just put in the message back to them. It doesn't say how long you have to spend entering the parking space, or that you have to go in the first one you see. I was trying to park and I couldn't get back into the other lane because there were cars there. I'm hoping they'll let me off. The other one was because I'm
hoping you go to prison.
I panicked outside Euston and I turned right into the bus station area.
Why are you constantly going into bus areas?
I know. I feel like that weekend I was just drawn to them. But weirdly, when I got 2 letters telling me I was getting a fine, it weren't for the 3 or 4 things I thought I was going to get fined for. So
they're still to come. You're going to court for those.
No, I know. I feel like they've not come yet. It's been 3 weeks. So either they're really, really like, well, what do we do? Do we just throw the book at him? Do we break his legs? Do we ban him from driving? But the amount of U-turns I was doing in again bus stops. It was buses all weekend. Yeah, I parked on double red lines as well at one point.
Sounds like you should probably just start getting the train again. I don't think there's much benefit to you driving.
It was absolute carnage. It was an absolute mess. I hated every second of it, really. I shouldn't drive.
Get the train, you buffoon.
Yeah, I had to carry a lot of books. I
don't think you had to. I think you chose to.
I did choose to. I wanted to sell them.
Sounds like you lost money on the endeavour, though, with all these fines you're getting. So you may as well have not sold them. You may as well have kept the books, not paid the fines, and stayed at home.
I know, I was still in profit after the fines, if you don't count the other expenses being at Comic-Con, I guess. But I'm more in profit than if I hadn't have taken books to sell. Or less of a loss than I would have been if I hadn't taken books to sell. But no, I'm hoping that my ability as a writer and an argumentator will convince them to let me off. The bus one, I mean, they're all bus ones. I don't know why I said that. The one at the station, they haven't responded yet. I appealed both of them at the same time. The first one's just come back today. The other one hasn't come back. So I'm hoping that's a good sign. I'm hoping that old Eric Houston has let me off, because basically I said, you can see in that picture, the bus turning right or left, whatever way it was turning from its perspective, blocked the sign saying I couldn't drive in there, and then I drove in behind it, not realizing it was a bus. I don't think that's what I put, but still. So I'm hoping they'll let me off, but we'll see.
Sheepdog's going to prison. Sheepdog's going to prison.
How long do you reckon a sentence in prison would be? Like, I wouldn't mind doing a week in prison for
You
parking
don't.
offences.
Depends. Depends if they let him have a PlayStation or not. He might get caught up on some gaming.
You only have a PlayStation 2, though.
I know the rule. You taught me everything I needed to know, Anna. If I remember what you said, I basically need to turn up. I need to absolutely belt the living daylights out of the biggest, ugliest, meanest looking person I can see, as long as it ain't a mirror, obviously. And then that'll make everyone in the prison respect me, and it'll also get me my own private room. And then I just need to use one of the many ways you taught me to smuggle stuff into prison.
How weird would it be
Hold on,
being somewhere where everybody respects you?
In the prison that I was at, everyone had their own room. A few people wanted to share, but the prison I was at, everyone had their own room.
Maybe they all followed your advice, and every single time someone entered, they just beat the heck out of this one guy, this one bodybuilder who just was constantly in intensive care because you kept telling him to beat him up. But yeah, you've taught me a lot about smuggling drugs and games and stuff into prison. And
Don't say that. Never.
Now Anna's going to prison as well.
Yeah, well, that's my plan. Got to get that podcast still recording. All the things I know about you, Kev, it'll be easy to get you slammed up. It's Pabu's Mr. Goody Two Shoes over there. Can't think of a single crime I've seen him commit.
I've seen him commit several.
Okay, cool. You're coming down with us then, Pabby.
I've seen.
We need him to be our
I've seen him push into a queue at the jam shop before.
Oh, don't tell me that pushing in queues is illegal. That's my half of my personality. Jesus Christ, my friends keep telling me I'm going to get beaten up one day because of the amount of queues I jump.
I think what they're saying is they wish you'd get beaten up one day.
I think they probably do wish I'd get beaten up. They enjoy it when they're part of it, though. I got us into a festival by jumping a queue of about 400 people. Yeah, I feel like I just don't like queuing, if I'm honest. And no one in Britain, no one questions you. If you walk into the front of the queue, you obviously have a good reason to be doing it. And usually, for me, that reason is I'm thirsty.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't queue.
You are a monster. Well, boys and girls, I have officially put the new update of the game through its paces and can confirm it is improved again. Football Manager continues to get better. What a time to be alive. Are we excited?
Yes.
When is it going to reach the level it was at for 2024?
3 years would be my estimate. At its current rate of progress. But remember, it was never supposed to be. It was always a reset. This isn't just another annual release sports game. This is like when Civ released the new numbered game that rips out everything from all the expansion packs of the previous one, and it doesn't get back to that state again for like 3 years. So I'm not even being silly when I say probably about 3 years. I genuinely think it probably will be about 3 years, but it's deliberate because when it all comes back, it will all be better. And better is better in my book. That's one of my policies. Better is better.
You always often say that, yeah.
I believe it. I firmly believe it. But yeah, I'm having a nice time with it. I expect I'm going to have an even nicer time. Now the spacebar runs you through your inbox again, like it always used to. I've remapped it back to my mouse button, and I can literally play the game one-handed again, which I guess is an advantage. I'm in two minds about whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, because the reason, basically, for years, you've just been able to mindlessly hit spacebar to play Football Manager. Everybody, even Anna's noticed it's just spacebar hitting. But they took that out of FM26 and made it so that the spacebar just continues for you and doesn't take you through all of your messages. So you can basically skip huge parts of the game. But there are certain things that come up that you probably shouldn't skip. So it ended up leading to, well, I'll have a quick scan through and then hit the space bar and move on. now they've brought it back, so I'm being taken through every message again. I'm not reading any of them. I'm just clicking way more than I was before. But because it's what I'm used to, it's like, yeah, this is better. But if I actually think about it, I'm clicking way more and still not reading any of it. So is it actually better, or is it just more familiar and that makes it automatically better? I feel like they've caved here. They're onto a good thing and they've caved for an easy win. And
Why
I think that's what they've picked up as part of this.
why can't you just turn off the emails,
I mean, you can.
messages? Yeah. Just I don't want any news. Don't tell me about this stuff.
Well, that's basically what it was before. Unless you went looking for it, you didn't see it. Whereas now you see everything again.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you can just say don't tell me this anymore, can't you? Always. And then if you do that for like one little click
Well,
through.
not for stuff like transfer offers and stuff like that. I mean, I wasn't even seeing them. It was literally, I'm not seeing anything until it's, you really must reply to this now. I was basically on final demand for everything. That's the only time I'd pay any notice. If you don't respond to this, you're going to prison. Please get out of the bus lane, sir. And at that point, I would pay attention and pay my fine.
Can't you just do the accept all bids that are their value?
I'm not certain that's in this game. I haven't noticed it. It might be. It probably is. It feels like something that would be in there, but it's also not something I've ever gone looking for. So can't guarantee if it is or not.
I'm just trying to get you down to like no clicks and it just
What you're
goes between
describing
games.
there is just holidaying, which again, you are quite capable of doing. You can just stick the game on holiday mode and check in on it occasionally. I've got 1,000 years. I've got a save file that's 1,000 years in the future already of just simulating and letting it play itself for 1,000 years. Watford get really good. Who'd have thought?
How many times do
Who'd
Spurs win the
have
league?
thought? A lot less than Watford. That's for sure. I've not got the file open, but Manchester City end up in non-league, and Watford won the Premier League like 250 times. So Watford are quite good.
That's mad because that's the thing is team, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's such a huge coincidence that Watford become really good when it's the team Miles sits in the director's box for every week. What a remarkable coincidence that is, that they just got really good. I'm shocked, that's for sure. But yeah, other than that, I mean, that's literally all I've played. You know the drill, boys and girls. It's November. All I'm doing is playing this. I think I still know where my Switch and Steam Deck are, so I can take them to the woods when we go to the woods. And I'll play those games that I've got to play. But literally all I'm doing in the meantime is Football Manager, and more Football Manager. And I am having a very nice time. The rest of the internet, less so. But I don't care because I'm having a nice time. And that's always my priority.
Yeah.
Very good. I have been in the same kind of trouble. I have played a game I hadn't played before this week to talk about, but I will go through the others first because I can't remember whether this happened before or after the podcast last week, but I was doing a boss on Hollow Knight Silk Song and got the end credits and was like, what? And then one of my friends said to me, yeah, you were on the end boss. I didn't want to tell you because I wasn't sure whether you knew you were on the end boss. And I was like, but I'm only on Act 2. What the hell? And yeah, it turns out you can complete the game at Act 2 and then you have to kind of keep playing. And then an Act 3 kind of rears its head. That was very confusing. And so I spent all week tying up all the Act 2 stuff that I needed to do, which is very, very, very hard. There was loads of like stupidly hard bosses, but it's been very satisfying because I've been eventually beating them one by one. I had a list of something like 12 things I needed to do, and I'm down to about 5 now. One of them's just, I mean, to be fair, every time I'm on one, I'm like, oh, it's ridiculous. I hate it. It's so hard. And then when I do it, I'm like, I genuinely love that boss. It was so fun. Learning all of its little tricks and things it does and just getting good enough to beat it. But yeah, I've got 5 more to go, I think, roughly. And then I will be on to Act 3. And then apparently Act 3 is just really hard. So yeah, fun. I probably, knowing the way I'm going, I'll probably be stuck on this for at least another month. But I'll try not to kind of monopolize the talking about it. But
It's really boring if you just talk about the same game all the time, Mr. Boring.
one thing that made me laugh was I was thinking, oh my God, I'm so slow. I can't believe how long this has taken me. Everyone else I know completed this like weeks ago and all of this. And then when I posted my time at the end of the credits, it turned out I was a good like 25 hours quicker than everybody else who'd got to those credits. And it was like, oh, okay. It turns out I'm all right at this then. Interesting. I just obviously have to work each day and stuff like that, and they've obviously done their extra. So I was like 104 hours, and people were saying, "Oh, I was near 130 when I got to that point," and their final time was like 165. So I'm thinking, in theory, I've got another 65 hours to complete the game in without being worse than them. But they are usually better at games than I am. So if I get to like nearer 200 hours, that's fine. It's I was gonna say money well spent, but it's a Game Pass game, so I haven't even spent money on it other than what I was already spending, which is amazing. But if you haven't played Silksong yet and you're into platformery games that are quite hard, get on it. It's so good. It's very funny and entertaining as well. There's been some really, really good funny scenes in it. It's a spectacular game, genuinely awesome. It's well worth getting Game Pass for. I thought everyone in the world had already heard us have this pitch about Game Pass, and then the other day I mentioned to somebody that they should get it. They said, I've actually got it on PC, but I don't really remember to check it. And bless them, they just bought Age of Empires on Steam, I think, and it was like, that's on Game Pass, right? And then there's another game that they bought Silksong, and I was like, that's on Game Pass as well. And I was just thinking, God damn it, I've spent more on 2 or 3 games than I would have done on a year's worth of Game Pass. And I was like, yeah, that's why it's so good. You need to get it. It's genuinely worth getting. But yeah, it just feels mad that that's still not on people's radar as much as it should be.
I thought everyone had agreed to cancel Game Pass now.
Well, they said they were putting their price up. I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast at the time already, but they played a blinder here because what happened was loads of people went, oh, I'm cancelling it then, which is fair enough because it had gone up in price. And then after that had happened, they said, oh, sorry, we meant to say if you keep it, you can have it at the price you were originally paying. It's only if you cancel it, you lose that price. So all the people who cancelled it, if they ever want to come back, had to pay more. All the people who didn't cancel get to pay the original price that they were paying anyway.
And get all the current benefits.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so. Because mine came out the other day and it was $14.99, and that's what I've been paying for years.
Same. So we'll be locked into that until they decide otherwise. But they haven't said that we're on any kind of lower tier or whatever. I keep meaning to check this Fortnite thing because I want to give it to Ollie, but I haven't seen any mention of that yet. I don't know when that comes out. But yeah, no, it's just running us what it was before, which is cool. I have played a little bit more Pokemon, but I'm still just kind of cracking on with it as my side piece game that's just a bit of Pokemon battling until I don't want to battle anymore, and then I go back to it later. I really do feel like the fact they didn't put any new Pokemon in it has just made me slow down massively to the point, actually, and I was thinking this earlier, I want to mention this on the podcast, that the DLC's out on like the 6th of December, I think it is, 10th of December, something like that. And I'm just thinking, I might just wait and get it like whenever I finish Silksong, and if there's nothing else to play, I'll just get it then. I'm not going to rush and get it. I don't really see the point in rushing to get it, which feels
You've met you,
alien.
right?
Yeah. Like Ollie at one point was like, well, we have to order it because with the game came out when it first came out, he was like, we have to pre-order it, we need to get this stuff. And now he's always playing other things. I mean, he has just got the new he hasn't got the new Meta. He's got the 3S. I don't know if you're on the podcast when I was saying that I got his headset, his controllers had broken, and I complained, and they gave us money. Yeah, I bought him a new one. So he's been playing that a bit, but it means it's between that, Silksong, and Pokemon. He's like splitting his time, but he's also playing like Minecraft, Fortnite with his friends and stuff like that. So he's barely been touching it. And he said to me, "Oh, the DLC's out soon," and I was like, "Well, it's post game, so we don't need to get it till we've completed the game." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I suppose." And neither of us are particularly then worrying. We haven't gone to quickly complete the game in time or whatever. We're just kind of like, yeah, whatever. So it is feeling weird being so relaxed. Like I'm not against it. I don't hate it. I don't even think it's a bad game. I find it quite funny, but I just feel like it's almost a bit like Pokemon Go when they bring out a little ticket for an event, and I'm like, I'm not taking part in that. That's fine. It's just become a staple thing that's just there in the background. I'll get it at some point. Kev mentioned about games playing better and blah blah. I can't remember what you were saying before about the Civ thing, and I mentioned the other week about Crusader Kings had broken my save and how I was a little bit miffed and all of this. But I was hankering to play it, so I started a save as the same character that I played as when the save got corrupted. So the whole aim is to unify Africa and blah blah blah. Since that upgrade has come out, the patch that they released, it runs so quick now. Like, I'm quite shocked at how much better the game runs than it did before, even though they've added in new countries, like China and Japan are there, and Australia, I think, is also there, or at least the continent. And part of me needs to check whether the game's working properly, because the odd thing I found is that maybe I'm just better at it and more able to manage it, but I basically started it up, divorced the player's husband, went to war with every single neighbor and forced them to become one of my vassals, and then I've just taken over like the whole. I've got an empire within the first person's lifespan, and normally before I wouldn't get to like empires until probably the third or fourth person, because it'd be a bit difficult. But I've just absolutely smashed through all of these little tribes, and yeah, I'm kind of like, okay, interesting. I don't know whether this is because there's a bug and it's easier than it should be, or whether I've just figured out how to make those things work, because I've been focusing on the right points to make it easier and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. It's quickening the game. It's fun. I'm enjoying it, but I do want to replace it with another game. And I keep hoping Football Manager will entice me in, but I touch it a little bit and think, nah, not really feeling it yet. I think there'll come a point when I do. Usually it's when Spurs get like spanked in a game, and then I think, oh, I wish they got managed better. And then I'm like, oh, I'll manage them. And then, that happens. But anyway.
North London derby on the horizon. You'll have that
do you know
moment
what?
soon.
What a time to say that. What a stupid thing to say the week of the North. Oh, I hate myself. Pab, did you talk about Super Fantasy Kingdom? Are you familiar with this?
Super Fantasy Kingdom? No.
It's on Game Pass, and I played it earlier, and it was fun. It was good little. I'm thinking I will play this more. Sorry, I might play this more. I'm thinking this might be something I fire up to entertain me during the days sometimes. But it's an interesting game, because it's like a little resource management, village building, kingdom building sort of game, spliced with like an RPG sort of game. And what you're doing is, it's like you're the hero with your little kingdom, and you have to say like, right, I want you to build me a wood chopping facility, and then a house to house workers. And you have to, the more houses you build, the more workers you've got, a bit like Age of Empires style. They go and cut wood, or they collect stone or gold or whatever. But also you're building roads to different parts of the RPG world map, and it's like the more resources you get to build roads to connect to maps, other parts of the map, you get villages, people that you meet, and so forth. You can recruit different type, like archers and paladins, and I had sort of cyclops, that's the word. He was like a big fella who threw rocks, and you sort of line them all up outside your kingdom, and then every night when the sun goes down, you just get like a horde of monsters come out and attack your kingdom, and you've lined up all your little kingdom members to fight them. It is like old style graphics, sort of old pixely, early Final Fantasy kind of tactics. The tactics graphics, I mean, sorry. The first sort of 6 on the SNES and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is that if your hero dies, your kingdom falls, and then you have to start again. But it's also got like a roguelike element to it, where you the further you get, it's like, so if you go and connect your kingdom to this village, and then you unlock these different I can't think of the right word, it's like totems, then it means the next time you restart, you'll start with more villagers to do work, or you'll start with better soldiers. And so the idea is that you kind of keep recycling through, but eventually you're starting with a really powerful kingdom off the bat, and you're growing up from there, and you can explore a bit quicker and a bit easier. So that was fun, because it was just like, I'd go through the day building my different mines and resource management and that kind of thing, but then at night I'd have to hope that my 4 little soldiers were able to withstand the horde, Eventually, the horde started poisoning them, so they were just dying even though they were winning. But then I was trying to get a witch to help me and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just cool. There's a little bit of a story to it, but nothing too heavy. It's just like little comments being made along the way. It is like an early preview build of the game, I think, if I understood it
Yeah,
right.
it's in early access, yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's a fun little thing. I think it's interesting to me that they could theoretically make a mobile version of it or something like that, where you kind of dip in and out, and it's like, oh, okay, you know, in an hour you're going to have all these resources you can tap or whatever. But you could also just have your computer on and you know, have it playing. But yeah, I just thought it's a time pass sort of game. It was fun. It's on Game Pass, as I say. It's just online. It seems to be about £12. I thought I'd send it
$12.99,
over.
yeah.
But
$12.99.
yeah, worth a punt. Worth, you know, nice bit of fun. Check it out. That was, what was it called? Super Fantasy Kingdom. And that is all
Yes.
of the stuff I've been playing, other than Pokemon Pocket TCG, which I just need people to trade me the cards I'm missing at this point so that I can feel
Oh.
done with it.
I've got a question with this, Sheepdog, because I got a card given to me the other day. Or someone
Oh, yeah,
shared
they've
a
added-
card with me. What's that about?
Yeah, they've added like a share thing into it where people can just go, oh, have this and send a card to someone, which is
Right.
interesting. Someone sent me one, which I did need actually, which was quite cool. It does, I think, I couldn't tell whether some of the numbers were telling me whether I needed that card or whether they needed that card. Like, you know, I didn't want to press it. I should have just pressed it because if I don't have it, I can't give it away. But anyway, someone sent me a card I needed, which was handy. So I guess maybe there must be a way to tell what cards people need and want. But yeah,
Possibly.
I've just got a few different packs where I'm like 2 away from completing it, or I think I'm just looking at it now, 3 away on one, 3 away on another, 2 away on another. So yeah, I'm like close on loads of them. And just yeah, I'd like to be able to play the most current card pack so that I don't fall behind again. But I've got like 24 of the new pack because I've not been touching it, and then I'm like 20 off on a couple of the other packs that I'm trying to get up to speed on. But yeah, anyway, over to you lot.
Oh, you want to go on now?
Sure. So I've been sick a lot. I lost my voice for a few weeks, as you all know. And I have exclusively been playing the Outer Worlds 2. I'm a lot of hours in. I don't know how many. I daren't look. But yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's okay. It needs finish. Well, I say finishing. It's it's only missing like one thing. Like I found today, like I was on the ice planet and I was doing my thing and I was going around because the maps aren't completely open. They're just set pieces, and then you go around and open the fog of the place, and then you can see where you're going. And I was in this one area where there was like a broken up spaceship, and there was a terminal, and I gave it a read, and it was saying, oh, there's a safe, and obviously it's got a password, and you can either go and find the password, which is on 3 data pads, or if you've got an earring and the trait of what was it, ex-con or something, which I don't have, unfortunately, you can open it, because obviously this game you have a bunch of like perks and they're all different and they all do wildly different things. And I could only find 2 of the 2 data pads, and I was like, I've gone everywhere. Like I'm going where you would like where the other 2 were. I was going to like all the broken up spaceships, and I was like, oh, this is doing mad. And I've been doing it for a while, so I like went online, had a look, and apparently it's missing. No one can find it. No one can find this one data pad. And this was like, I'd been there like a good hour looking. Like I went all the way around, opening the map, trying to find it. And then obviously I went online because it was doing my head in. And apparently, yeah, it's not there. It apparently it was updated today, but yesterday, I think. And it's still not there. And it is doing my head in, because you can open it if you have ex-con and an earring, because earrings are just like junk around. But if you want to go and find, like, if you don't have that and you need the password, I found the 5 and I found the 8, and I cannot find the other data pad, and that's annoying beyond. Oh, it's just so annoying, because I want to find it, because I won't stop thinking about it, because I know where it is. But yeah, I just have to keep an eye on when that is fixed. Also, the game with its flaws that it gives you, oh my god. So I think I told you last time I got stuck into a flaw where I got 3 experience points, but I can only, everything has to be the same. If I got a 7 and a 7, everything has to be 7 until I can go up to 8. And oh my god, that's killing me. It's good. It's good in a way, because it makes you play the game different. Like, you're not going in and putting it all into guns and all into lockpick and just like blasting your way through. But that's doing my day. I've also now got, I can't say no to any flaws. Every flaw I get, have to have it regardless of what it is. That one of them that came up is all the money I find, I would get 10% of it, and then 90% of it gets put into like a bank until I'm level 30. That's breaking me, because I want to buy weapons, but I can't buy weapons because I ain't got the money. And then today, oh my god, today, and I would have gone back, but I thought, no, this is how the game is supposed to be played. That I've got flaws, I've got to take them all. And then the one stage where I cannot break down anything. And that broke me, because I do break down a lot of things, but because you need gunpowder to make the bullets, I bought like, I don't know, 7 gunpowders so I can have some gunpowder to make my weapons. Come out of that, oh no, you can't, because you're, I don't know, you don't want to get your hands dirty. Everything now you have to make from scratch or buy from scratch. You can't break anything down. I was like, oh my god. And that's annoyed me. But basically, I can, if I sell my stuff, I will get more money than I normally would, but I have to buy all my items or find them, which is annoying. But you know, I am gonna play the game as it gives me these flaws. I like the randomness of it, because I'm not planning on what I mean. Because I was at the start, I was going, no, I don't want that flaw, because every flaw, yes, it has an up, but it can also have a downside. And I was just like, no, and now I've got to take all of them, and it's just mad of all the things I've got. I don't know what half of the things mean. I'm just like, yeah, fine, just give me whatever. But yeah, I'm just running around with, I've got like a gun that, like, these are in if you watch the trailers for it. So I think it's Armageddon it's called, and basically you shoot arms onto the enemy, and then the enemy gets hit with the arms, like gets slaps about, which is quite funny to watch. Like, they're running at you and they've got an arm coming out their head and they're getting slapped and damaged, which is quite funny to watch. Also I've got like, obviously your standard guns, but I've got like a shotgun that just shoots molten lava at the people, and the people are just goopy messes on the floor, which is all fun. I've put many hours into it. I was stupid because I didn't finish Ghost of Tiramisu, or whatever it's called, Yoti. Oh my god, whatever it's called. I was so far in it, and I didn't finish it, and now I will have to go back and not start again, but just start it just so I can understand the mechanics again, and then just jump back into my save and carry on, because I was very, very far in that game. I was ill, and I went on holiday, and I just ran out of time, because I did want to play the Outer Worlds. I don't know if it's done well or not. I haven't looked. I don't really care, because I play games that I enjoy, and I just cannot be bothered with the people out there. I am looking at Ark Riders, I think it's called. I'm liking the look of it. I haven't got it yet, but I think it looks like that other game that has completely gone out my brain, Helldivers. So I'm going to keep my eye on that and might get it like between Christmas and New Year and have a few hours on that with people while they're at home, because I'm guessing you can play it with randos, because as you know, I don't really like playing with people, but I do like these things where you drop in and play around in a world and just have a mad time. But I'm going to keep my eye on it before I get it. But yeah, that's it. That's all I've got. I have just been, like I said, been sick and playing that when I can be awake and not dying on the sofa. So yeah, good times. Oh no, I do have one thing, right? So
Ooh.
obviously, and like Andy has Xbox and a PlayStation. He's like his mum, he's got both, which is fine. But so a few months ago, he wanted, I can't remember what happened, but he needed Xbox Live because my bank wouldn't work or something. I can't remember, but anyway, I had to get him his own Live, which was fine. I got it. I got a couple of months, and then the first week in November, I needed to update it. But he's not currently playing on his Xbox at the moment. He is currently like PlayStation, but on the off chance he does play it, it needs to be working. Obviously, he's Andy. You know what he's like. So anyway, first week in November, we went out, so I couldn't do it then. So I did it this weekend, just gone. Went onto a website, bought a year, and they sent me 4 codes, and I was like, oh, it's like 3 months, 3-month ticket thing, like codes, and I was like, fine. Like, obviously Andy's getting upset because he just wants to put the code on and turn it off, because if he's not using it, he doesn't want it on. So I'm there, I'm putting in the codes, and obviously there are 25 characters, so it's like 100 characters and nothing to put in. Anyway, so I put it all in, and then I look at the date, and I'm thinking, that's not right. Why is it only taking them to August next year and not November next year? And I was like, something's gone wrong here. So I was like, oh, one of the codes, obviously I've put all the codes in, but they haven't, obviously one of them wasn't working, and I just didn't notice because obviously I'm with Andy and Andy takes my attention. I just press like XX and go through it. Anyway, so I went on like his like subscription page, blah blah blah, and there's 3 months. There's 3 month sections.
Yeah.
Oh my god, saying 3 so many times is annoying. But the 4th one's not there, and so I put all the codes in again. Obviously, like Microsoft is like, yes, gone in, yes, gone in. So I don't know what's happened. I've emailed the company. They haven't got back to me. They're like, oh, we've checked it and they were all done the same day. They've all gone through Microsoft. I'm like, yes, but they're not. It's not there. Like, where is this code gone? Because I was doing it on his Xbox, on his account. I didn't go off, and I was just like, oh, for goodness sake. So yeah, I paid for a year, and at the moment I've only got 9 months. So that's annoying me. But I just wanted a year. Just send me 1 year code. Why send me 3 or 4 3 months ones? Ugh. But yeah. But that's all I've got. I know we have like Andrew Saga like every couple of weeks, but we have to, because kids, no matter their age, will bring you drama. But yay for kids. But that's me. That is me done.
Well,
Yes.
I did take the bait on her.
Mm-hmm.
I have played Ark Raiders.
Okay.
What do you want to know?
I just is it
like Fridge Raiders?
Is
Fridge
it like hell?
Raiders?
Yeah.
He's just being silly. Is it like Helldivers where you just drop in and mess about with a group that you don't know if you don't want to, or do you need to know the people?
You can do that.
Cool.
I feel like it is heavily communicative.
But in Helldivers, I would just follow people.
Yes, but I think a large part of this game is having your mic on and talking.
Okay. Maybe
I
I'll
mean, people
swap it then.
don't. People don't. There is like canned lines of like, you know what I mean, like your generic lines that you can that can be spoke. You know what I mean? Don't shoot and okay and emote and stuff like that. And that you can do that, but I think it's one of them games that it's an extraction shooter.
Yes.
Never played them. Never been interested in them. Tarkov, no. And Arc Raiders is very much one of those games with the edges like sanded off, rounded off. It's much easier to get into, much more player friendly. So I decided to give it a go. And the premise is, I feel like there's some sort of like, I'm not even 100% not sure on the base story. Yeah, basically humanity gets driven underground, and then there's like Ark, which are like a series of like robots that have taken
Okay.
over the top layer, and then Arc Raiders are people who are required to go back up to the surface to get supplies and resources. And then you've got to deal with the robots and the drones and all sorts of other things that come your way. So you go out, you get spawned into a map. There's like, I want to say 5 or 6 maps at the minute. You pick which map you go in initially. I mean, I've predominantly played on one map just because I want to get my bearings on it and figure out what I need to do in there. But you get sent out to whatever map you go into. You get a random spawn location. There's probably about 7 or 8 random spawn locations around the map, and then you've got like, well, if you get put into a base like start of a game, you've got 30 minutes on that map before it like the map gets nuked, and then you have to extract effectively.
Oh,
Back
like
to,
in Division,
um
where you would like
possibly
when you'd go into the dark zone,
the
you'd
dark
have
zone.
to.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay.
I suppose so. Yeah, you've got a timer on there. Sometimes you go into a map and it's 15 minutes, and you're like, I've come in halfway through the start of a game, so I've got 15 minutes to do my loot run now, and you've got to get out. And yeah, so you go on the map, and then there are like high loot areas, there are medium loot areas, and then you go into a building. And there's places like usually there's just drones knocking about, having a look around, seeing what's going on, scanning the area. There's some bigger robots that'll mess you up big time. And some littler robots. It's one of them. And in this map, there's also a large number of other people. Now, playing solo, you can play solo. It's fine. You'll get put in predominantly. I think you'll get put into a solo game, so to speak. So you're only playing with other solo, so you ain't gonna get ganged up on. I think it's 3-player co-op normally. 3-player teams, and you have to go into these places and just start looking around and looting for stuff. And you search in a filing cabinet or something like that in an office, and then it's like it shows like 5 or 6 boxes in the corner, like it's literally like like this is what's in the filing cabinet, and it slowly fills out. Like it's like, okay, so it's some cloth, it's some plastic materials, it's a radio, it's whatever else it is, and it just slowly fills it in. It takes time to search through things. It's not just like search, here's what's in it, take it. It's like as if you're
Okay.
almost rummaging through things. You're like just
Mhm.
going, okay, so it's this, then this, then this, then this. All meanwhile, somebody could be coming up behind you. You don't know this sort of thing. You have a
Okay.
limited vision on what's going on around you. You have your ears. That's the thing. This game requires you to be listening for things.
Okay.
But there's also a breach and search, I think it is, which is pretty much like break into something. That makes more noise. That takes longer, and it makes a lot more noise, and it makes people aware to your presence,
Mhm.
including the bots as well as the people. And then
Who
that's
has
where the people come in.
let's see.
I found in solo games, 99% of them friendly people. Don't want any trouble, and just want to get the stuff they're getting, because you've got a series of like quests that you have to do from
Hmm.
the main menu sort of thing, from your hideout. It's like a series of quests, and we need these items, we need this, we need that, we need you to go to this place and repair this and do this and that and the other, and meanwhile you're doing that while other people are all trying to do their own stuff.
Mhm.
And then some people just want to see the world burn and just
Yeah.
will go and just start shooting at you, no questions asked. I have my mic on push to talk, so I'm not just talking constant. They're not just hearing me just sat behind here. I've pushed to talk, and I just talk my way through everything. To be honest, yeah, just say hello, and then occasionally, like I say, it's an automated response sort of thing. It's like a hello, don't shoot sort of friendly,
Mm.
and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just passing through. Just need some materials. I'm on my way. And they get the pin. They're like, yep, all right, yep, see you later. Oh, and it's strange. It's kind of like it. I mean, I haven't done like voice. Add my mic, open mic for many a year. It feels almost a
Mm.
throwback to like the old 360 days when you just jump online and you just jump into Battlefield 2, or was it 2 or 3, and like the old like Gears of War chat or anything like that, and you just be all the mics would be on and they'd be chatting away and talking nonsense. And yeah, it's surreal, but you are a little bit on edge all the time. I found myself having a conversation with a guy, just having a chat in the road. There was just a guy. I came across some guy having a look through a car boot, and I just saw him, and I was like, "All right, you're right, pal. I'm looking for this." And he was like, "Oh no, I haven't seen any of them. You want to be looking on this map?" Because I was on the wrong map, turns out. And then he was like, he was saying, "Oh, there's some stuff over there." And I was like, "You don't go that way." And I was like, "Right, okay, yep, yep." And it was weird because up until that point, I hadn't really. My conversations were like I'm friendly. Don't shoot me. I'm just coming through. I'm on my way. I'll leave you to it. I'll see you later, sort of thing. And then on me anyway. I must have chatted with this guy for 2 or 3 minutes, just stood there on the road. Don't even know why. I don't know why. We're just having a conversation about stuff going on in the map, what's going on, and
Aw.
where to find things. And then I had another interaction where I came across a guy searching through some stuff, and I startled him a bit. And I was like, "No, I'm all right. I'm not going to shoot you." And he was like, "Can you do me a favor? One of my daily challenges is to damage people with light ammo." And I went, "Oh yeah.
Shoot
Oh, is
me.
it? Is this like a trick? Is it? I feel like I'm just going to get gunned here. I'm going to get got here." And he seemed dead nervous, and I was like, "Is he just pulling the wool over my eyes? Is he trying to trickster me?" I'm like, "I'm going to get it done." He said, "I need to do 20 damage and I'm done." I went, "If it's 20 damage, do it." So he went to shoot me, and a bot spotted us. So he dealt with a bot. I helped him deal with a bot because the bot spotted him, shot, and then he shot me like 1 bar of the shield that I had, and I was like, "Fine." He was like, "Yep, I've done it. Yep." I was like, "Okay, good." And then he was like, "Oh, can I help you do something else?" And I was like, "No, no, no, I'm all right. I'm just looking for fruit because I needed fruit for the chicken." Um,
Okay.
No, it's a rooster. It's a rooster. I needed fruit for the rooster.
I'm in.
It's a long. It's a. First,
I
I
love
needed
a
a dog.
rooster.
First, I needed a dog collar for him, and then I got the dog collar. Now I need apricots and lemons.
Of course you do.
I got apricots. I found where the apricots were. I just couldn't find where the lemons were. Apparently, lemons were on a different map later on. I found out, but I give him a stack of apricots. I said, "Do you need any apricots? I've got loads of them." He was like, "Oh yeah, okay, fine." So I sent him on his way with a stack of apricots, and on his merry way he went. But yeah, it's well, let's say it's a different story, shall we say, in co-op or trios that I've found, where people aren't as friendly. They're more trigger happy. People are. I've been killed probably. I'd probably say 60% of the time I'm in like teams. People just trigger happy and just want to get you. And I was like, it's fine. And you can, like, you don't have to, like, you're always forever like trying to find resources to upgrade things, to upgrade your workstations, to build your workstations, to do whatever. And then you, like I say, you can build guns and stuff like that. And every time you go out, you can go out with a free loadout. There's something called a free loadout, which gives you like it gives you a random basic gun, like a basic set of like meds, and an empty, just basically an empty inventory, like some bullets. Whereas you can also make your loadout, so you can put your own guns in there, build your own kind of things, make a safe pocket sort of thing. So you can, if you put something in that safe pocket, it is, if you die in the map sort of thing, you bring that out with you.
Okay.
So you can make your own loadout sort of thing. But if you die with that loadout and it's not in, the items aren't in your safe pocket, you lose it all. It's all gone. It's a big risk, big reward sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that's probably why people are a bit more trigger happy to get you, because they want to know what you're getting. And 90% of the time, I'm going in a free loadout because I'm just coward and don't want to lose anything.
Yeah.
I've not got a lot of things, but I do want to keep the little things that I do have. I want to keep.
Yeah.
So yes, I've put like 15 hours into this game now, and there is definitely something to it. There's definitely something to these games, and it's strangely funny. It's tense as well a lot of the time, because it's taught me to be looking to the skies constantly. I feel like it's a flaw of many of like the tropes of gamers don't look up sort of thing. It's a game that forces you to look up, because there are drones everywhere, all over the place, scanning all over the place. And if you aren't savvy about where you're going and looking around you, you'll either get got by a random player, or the bots will spot you and then they'll call in for backup. And then the bigger, like, there's initial like little drones you can deal with pretty easy. But if you don't deal with them, they bring in help, and there's some big bots that'll just mess you up. So yeah, it's fascinating. It's a fascinating game. I am eager to play more of with some friends, and just do bits of quests, just do little bits and pieces of like quests, trying to find materials, upgrade my inventory, because I'm forever out of space, because I'm trying to keep everything, because you never know if you might need it for the next level of upgrades.
Yeah.
It's very much one of them games where you go into a world, you loot its stuff, get it out if you can, upgrade your base, so to speak, and do quests with people. It's strangely fun. When you said that, Anna, I was like, I don't think this is a game for you.
Fair
But then
enough.
but the more I think about it, I don't see why you couldn't have a good time with it.
Yeah, it
It's
just looks
also
fun.
like 30 £30. I'm like, it seems it's not a bad price for the game.
Yeah,
So
Mm.
yeah, it's one of them that I think maybe might be worth a go. Might be worth a go. Yes, Art Grader's pretty good so far. What else have I played then? The only other thing that I've played is by the time this is out, episode 7 and 8, the final 2 episodes of Dispatch are out. I played episode 7 this evening. Oh, it's such a good game. I say to anybody who has any love for any of the Telltale games that have been in the past, you need to play this game, because this is very much what a Telltale game should be in this day and age, and it's so well done. Really good story, well written, funny, well voice acted. Music's cool. Everything is just that. The more I play this, the more this is pushing Expedition right to the wire. Here, it is. There's a chance this could be dethroned by next week. It really could. Wasn't expecting. I said this initially when they first played it a couple of weeks ago. And I said this probably is going to be in my top 5, and then every single week it's crept up that list. And yeah, it's just something very special. This episode that I just played, episode 7, it's like tugging at the heartstrings, and I feel like it's affecting my judgment on decisions to make, and I think I'm making all the wrong decisions all of a sudden. I know what I want the decision should be, but my heart is telling me otherwise, and I'm making decisions on certain facts in the game, and like the time is going on these things, and I have to just pause the game and just sit there. I sat there for like 5 minutes going, what do I do here? I've got this timer ticking down, and I've got either an A or B choice of do one thing or do the other sort of thing, and it's like this is going to affect how the rest of this game plays out. Yeah, it's superb. I've loved every episode. It's been very good, well worth playing. And the only other thing I have played is more Fortnite. I've played a lot more. I've filled the entire Simpsons map out. I've been to the Simpsons house. I've sat on the couch. I've been to Camp Krusty. I've been pretty much everywhere now in the Simpsons thing. I've done all the quests available to me, and yeah, it's a fine season. It's only a short season. It's only like say a 50 level battle pass, so it's not huge. And yeah, I'll continue to just chip away at that every now and again when there's quests come available to me. We'll do the
Is there a
random
reason
stuff.
they've done it? Like, is there a reason that they're appearing in Fortnite for some sort of promo of another thing? Or
Oh,
the new season's been out a
think
little while, isn't it? I think
so. I don't think so. I've not heard anything about it. I think it's just like timing on a season sort of thing. I think it's probably because I think it was it about a year ago? Maybe maybe it's less. Maybe it's more than that now. It was about a year or so ago when they announced the Disney deal, where they were partnering with Disney to do like a Disney land, so to speak. And I wonder if like Simpsons has been in the making for that, and they often as well they do try and put like a short season in between like the previous one and the one going into Christmas. Normally like the Christmas season starts in December, and it usually overlaps to the point where there's like a short, there's like a month-long season, like it's like a short one. And I wonder if they wanted to wait for that, so then because it's a whole new map. It's a completely different map, and it's completely different to the previous
Ollie
one.
asked me, he was like, why are they doing this crossover? And I was like, I assume it's to put it on the radar of your generation who probably haven't, Ollie's aware of it because of me, but like people his age probably aren't just seeing it. It's not like they're coming home from school and putting Sky One on and watching it after all the other shows. But he was like, does that work? And I said, well, you had never heard of, I was like, you didn't like Power Rangers when I tried to make you watch it, and then you were excited when Power Rangers were in Fortnite a week later. And I said, you also suddenly were telling me about Metallica songs when I've been listening to Metallica for like 30 years. And I thought that was going to prove my point. And he was like, who are Metallica? And I was like, you literally were playing them recently. You were telling me about like Ride the Lightning and all of this. And he was like, I don't remember this. And then I think I managed to say another thing. I can't even remember what the words were now, but he was like, oh, yeah, I remember that event. And I'm like, there we go. But at the time, he was just talking away about Metallica. And I'm thinking, this is bizarre. Like Fortnite have just filled his head with knowledge that I didn't even particularly know, like songs that I'm not familiar with or whatever. But yeah, it's interesting to me that they do this. It's quite funny that this is how you get 13-year-old lads to learn something exists. He currently keeps telling me that football sucks. So I'm thinking they need to do a Fortnite football crossover because I think he'd suddenly just like football.
He did football stuff in Fortnite when the World Cup was on. Stuff like that. They had Harry Kane in the store for a while. I think I've got Harry Kane in an England shirt. Back in the day. So
He probably played it and forgot.
Probably.
This kid's so it has a limited shelf life for him. Then
it's one of them that's like, it's Fortnite. They're gonna eventually get everything. They're gonna eventually have everything in there. So I don't expect Disney to like buckle under the pressure. They ain't gonna have Mickey and Donald running around with AKs and shooting people. That's probably a no-go. But they've done Family Guy stuff. They've done Simpsons now. They've done many other different things. So
we're gonna have a MGP Fortnite theme.
We did that many moons ago, didn't we? I think the best we did was came
We
second.
did actually. I forgot about that.
Came second,
I meant when are they going to get us in there as characters? But you're right. We did play it for a bit, didn't we?
Yes, very early on. Very early on when I first started playing.
I remember being excited about Fortnite because I thought the single player mode looked really cool, and then they completely abandoned that, didn't they?
Yeah, it's still there, but it's very much kind of a second thought now. It's not really a thought at all to them anymore. Yeah, other than that, that is everything from me this week.
Well, we'll wrap things up there then, boys and girls. If you want to hassle us on the internet, you can do that at Mgukpodcast, or you can follow me at Lalujo.
You can find me at Sheepdog6K.
And Miss Laluja.
And down at Pab 1986.
And we'll see you next week, boys and girls.
Have a good week.
Bye.
Thanks, Lester folks.
You're welcome, Pabby.
Mm-hmm.